Did you know that over 70 million people worldwide regularly consult astrologers? And in India alone, astrology is a $10 billion industry? Yet, many people still think astrology is just about your sun sign or checking the newspaper horoscopes. But to a real astrologer, reading the stars is a sacred science. It's about decoding your birth chart, a cosmic map of your life, cast at the very moment you took your first breath. People don't turn to astrology because they're curious. They turn to it when they're lost. When love has failed, a job has ended, or they feel a calling they can't explain. And it's in these moments that astrologers don't just see planets, they see you. Imagine freezing the sky at the exact moment you were born. The positions of the sun, moon, and all the planets. That snapshot becomes your birth chart or natal chart. This circular diagram, split into 12 sections called houses, is as unique as your fingerprint. It tells astrologers where each planet was placed, what zodiac sign it was in, and which house of life it affects. For example, having Venus in your 7th house, the house of relationships, might suggest deep romantic needs or patterns. The birth chart isn't destiny, it's a blueprint. It reveals your natural strengths, emotional wounds, potential career paths, and life lessons. Most people know their sun sign, the zodiac sign the sun was in when they were born. It reflects your core identity, purpose, and ego. But relying only on your sun sign is like reading just the title of a book and thinking you know the story. A full reading looks at your moon sign, your emotional world, your rising sign, how you appear to others, and the placements of other planets like Mercury, mind, Mars, action, Jupiter, growth, and Saturn, karma. Each planet is like a character in your personal myth. Together, they tell a far deeper and more specific story than your daily horoscope ever could. If the sun is your soul and the moon is your heart, then the rising sign, also called the ascendant, is your mask. It's the zodiac sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the moment you were born. This sign governs your outer appearance, first impressions, and immediate reactions. An Aries rising might appear bold and direct, while a Pisces rising may come off as dreamy or mysterious. That's why two people with the same sun sign can seem completely different, because their rising signs filter how they show up in the world. It's the front door to your inner self. Your birth chart is divided into 12 houses, each representing a different area of life. The first house is self-image, the 4th house relates to home and roots, the 7th to relationships, and the 10th to career and reputation. Where a planet falls in your chart tells you what part of life it affects, and the sign it's in tells you how it expresses itself. For example, Mars in the 10th house might indicate an ambitious leader, while Moon in the 4th could suggest someone emotionally tied to family. The houses add depth and specificity to the planetary placements. They are the where in your soul's map. Every zodiac sign has an element, fire, earth, air, water, and a modality, cardinal, fixed, mutable, which describe the nature and energy of the sign. For example, Leo is a fixed fire sign, stable but expressive, while Virgo is a mutable earth sign, adaptable and grounded. Then there are aspects, which are angels between planets that tell astrologers how energies interact. A square, 90 degrees, means tension, while a trine, 120 degrees, brings ease. These connections between planets create a kind of astrological symphony, a blend of harmony and challenge that shapes your behavior, decisions, and even spiritual evolution. Astrology isn't just about where the planets were when you were born. It's also about where they are now. This is called transit astrology. When current planets pass over sensitive points in your birth chart, they can trigger events, emotional shifts, or periods of growth and reflection. For example, a Saturn return, which happens around age 29 to 30, marks a time of intense maturity and responsibility. A Jupiter transit could bring luck or expansion in the area it touches. Transits help astrologers forecast periods of challenge or opportunity. They're not predictions. their cosmic weather patterns, giving you time to prepare, reflect, and act. People don't see astrologers for fun. They come when they're heartbroken, uncertain, or standing at a life crossroads. They want to understand why patterns keep repeating or why they feel stuck despite doing everything right. A skilled astrologer doesn't just give answers. They ask the right questions. They mirror your inner world, help you embrace both your shadows and your strengths, and offer a sense of meaning that many modern systems overlook. Astrology isn't magic, it's a mirror. A mirror so old, it's been guiding kings, warriors, lovers, and mystics for over 4,000 years. Of course, astrology has skeptics, and rightly so. Bad readings, pop horoscopes, and misinformation have diluted its credibility. But modern astrologers often combine astronomy, psychology, mythology, and data to offer deeply personal insights. Carl Jung called astrology the intuitive method of understanding the psyche. More than belief, astrology is about experience. The birth chart resonates not because it's mystical, but because it reflects what you already feel but couldn't name. You don't have to believe in the stars, but when you see how clearly they describe your inner world, you might start listening. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, your birth chart is already written. A personal map of your potential, struggles, gifts, and growth. You don't need to be ruled by it, but learning to read it is like finding the compass you didn't know you had. So if you've been questioning your path, wondering why things feel off, or just want to reconnect with who you really are, consider getting a professional chart reading. Or start by exploring your rising sign, your moon, or your 10th house. Because the stars don't control you, they reflect you. Your story is written in the sky. It's time to read it.